Hi there. My name is Kim Kaye, and I just want to tell you a real short little bit about myself before I introduce you to this book I'm about to read. I am an author. I write fictional novels. I have two on the market, and I have two looking for a publisher. But before those fictional novels were written, I did write a book that's a memoir, and it's about a job that I held. It was a crazy job, and it just affected me so much that I wrote a memoir about it. I self published it, and when I self published it, I fudged on the date. But the real time it happened was exactly 30 years ago. I worked at this place in 1990, and in the early 90s, I wrote the book, which I self published about 10 years ago. So the book was called Dirty Numbers. And I'm going to warn you right now, it is not for anybody who might, I don't know, be offended easily, be offended at all, because this is harsh. This is going to get nasty. Even I am going to have trouble reading you some parts because, just to let you know, in the beginning when this happened, and even right now, I'm what you call a good girl. I'm a good girl. I like to do nice things. I like to do acts of kindness, so on and so forth. But I got this job. I was a struggling artist. I needed a job, and then before I was an artist, I was a really good secretary. So here we go. Dirty Numbers. Right now is your chance to switch off because, like I said, warning, warning, triple X-rated, I would say. October 2nd, 1990. Hello, may I help you? Yes, you can. Oh, baby, I'm coming. I hung up. My first call as a receptionist at my new job, and I get an obscene caller. I guess that's to be expected. I'm working for a phone sex company. Scene. Hello, may I help you? Yes, I'm interested in your service. Have you used our service before? No, I'd like to know what the rate is. The charge is $55 for up to half an hour of unrestricted conversation. Click. He hung up. I'm not doing too well at placing orders. I'm worried. Am I discouraging them somehow? Is it my voice? Since I'm the first girl the customer hears when he calls, I should try and sound a little more seductive when I give out my spiel as to the charge of a call with one of the phone mates. I'll wait for another call to practice the idea. It's not long before the phone rings again. Hello, I almost purr. Can I help you? Yeah, a hillbilly voice responds. I want to talk to one of those women. Have you used our service before? No, ma'am, he happily replies. I must be doing something right. Do you have a major credit card? I sweetly ask. No, ma'am, I don't, he answers. Shit, that means we can't take his business. A credit card is an absolute must with us. None of this I'll send a check in the mail nonsense. I'm sorry, sir, I inform him sympathetically. You need a credit card to speak to one of our ladies. Hell, I don't need to talk to them, he yodeled. You got a nice voice, I can talk to you. I became less seductive and in a firm voice said, I'm sorry, sir, I'm only the operator. Come on, he moans, get me off. Click. I'm forced to hang up on him. While the phone mate's job may be to get the customer off, I, the operator, must rise above that. I have nothing to do with that end of the job. I just take care of the office duties. This is supposed to be a legitimate job. They take taxes off and everything. Scene. Hello, can I help you? Yeah, a slimy voice says. Help me. I decide to tone up on my sexy voice and just try and sound pleasant. Will that be a happy medium? Seems if I try to sound sexy, I'm only asking for it. And if I sound too crisp and businesslike, I lose the customers. Would you like to place an order? An order? He asks. Maybe he didn't go that far in school. Yes, an order to speak to one of the ladies. I go into my speech. The charge is $55 payable by major credit card for up to half an hour of unrestricted conversation. We have 15 ladies available ranging in age from 18 to the mid-40s, and one of them would phone you back within 10 minutes of you placing your order. I want to talk to an 18-year-old. Fine, what credit card will you be using? You need a credit card for this? Yes, it's payable by credit card only. Do you have one? No. I didn't figure he did. I'm sorry, sir, we can't accept you. And a nice clean hang-up. Why waste any more time when they can't benefit the company's coffers? Scene. Yeah, it's Reg Linkletter. Is Veronica working? Oh, finally a regular customer. Maybe I'm finally going to place an order. I glance quickly at the roster. Oh no, Veronica isn't on right now. I'm working the 3 to 11 shift, and she doesn't sign on until 11 p.m. I'm sorry, Reg. She doesn't start work for another 7 hours or so. Did you want to speak to one of the other girls? Do you have any other dominant mistresses on? Yikes. I can see we have Lily, Shauna, and Tiffany on. I know nothing about these girls except their phone numbers. One moment, Reg, I say, and put him on hold. I have to think this through. I decide to pull his card out of the files, only to find out he's never spoken to any of the mates on board. I take a chance and release the hold button. Hello, Reg? I'm still here. Would you like to speak to Shauna? How old is she? Sure, make my life difficult. I glance at his card in desperation, and I see that every girl he talks to is in her early 20s. Shauna? She's 21. 21? That's great. Can you ever call me and tell her that I'll be wearing a diaper? I blanch a little, but proceed with the call. Everything works out with his Visa card, and I'm able to place the order. I call up Shauna. Hi, Shauna? Well, really, it's Linda, a husky voice answers. You're new, right? Yeah, you're my first order. Who is it? You've never spoken to him before. His name is Reg, and you're supposed to be 21. Close enough. I'm 23. What's his number? I give it to her, and then had to add the other detail. Linda, you have to be a dominant mistress. Is that okay? Sure, she responded agreeably enough. I can do anything. He said he's going to be wearing diapers. I felt so embarrassed relaying this information. No problem. I'll call you when I'm done. Hey, what's your name? I almost wanted to give a fake name too, but since we were going to be working together, I spilled the truth. Jessie. Scene. Great. The phone hasn't rung in half an hour, and suddenly 2 lines are ringing at once. Some poor sucker is going to have to wait. Hello, can you hold, please? I asked the first caller. I'm already holding something, comes the reply. Yeah, he can safely be put on hold. I take the second call. Hi, can I help you? Is this the phone sex line? Yes, it is. Okay, start. I'm a little startled. Excuse me? Start. Aren't you supposed to be like moaning and squealing or something? I'm insulted, but deal with it with professional aplomb. I'm the operator, sir. I pass your order to one of the phone mates. Oh, so that's how it works. Okay, so do it. He hasn't changed his tone of voice one bit since I first spoke to him. Do what? I ask. Pass me on to one of the girls. Do you have a credit card? Never mind that shit. Never mind this call, I say, pissed off and hanging up. I'm instantly worried about what I've done. The boss has warned me that every call is monitored. I suspect they want to assess my ability on the job, and perhaps I was a little too harsh on the guy. Ooh, oops, I forgot the other guy on hold. Thank you for holding. Can I help you? I ask a little breathlessly. It's too late, comes the dejected reply. I already came. With this thick feeling, I hang up. Scene. Hi, Jessie. It's Linda. Linda Shauna. Hi. Just calling to let you know I'm done with Reg, Linda said briskly. Anything else? Not at the moment, I say a little dejectedly. Sorry. Well, it's nothing new, Linda said. It's still early. Everyone's still having supper. Somehow I can't picture the callers as doing such humanly functions such as eating. I'm getting a much too early vision of these customers as horny, perverted creeps who sit around masturbating over porno magazines. Our company, quite a top-notch service actually, appears in almost every sex magazine on the market. So I can expect it to get busier, I said hopefully. Oh yeah, especially around 9:30, Linda replied. But you should see the nighttime. That's where the money is. I might stay on till 2, 3 o'clock tonight. I startled. Does that mean she actually wants to speak to these guys? I glanced at her schedule. Ooh, that'll make for a long day for you, won't it? 12 hours if you stay on until 3 in the morning. Well, it's not a very strenuous job, Linda laughed. I've been working over 3 hours and I've only done one call. Meanwhile, I lay it on the couch and I watch Fatal Attraction. Have you ever seen it? Yeah, years ago. Don't you love it? Linda asked. I did enjoy it, but I didn't want to get into a critique of the film. The big boss also warned me against carry-on conversations with the phone mates. That was strictly frowned upon as frivolous, wasted time. Yeah, it was excellent, I quickly tell her. I gotta go. I'll call you if anything comes up. Something is always coming up, Linda giggled. I immediately regret my choice of words. Scene. I'm going to read you a couple more minutes and then stay tuned for the next few pages. Hello, can I help you? This is the AT&T operator, a woman's voice announced. You have a collect call. Caller, your name? Frankie, came a sad, pathetic voice. From Frankie at a correctional institution, the AT&T lady continued. Do you accept the charges? Another rule around here. Do not accept collect calls. I'm a little odd that a prison inmate would be placing a call for phone sex. Does he think he can have such rights? It would be impossible for him to speak to one of the girls. For one thing, a stipulation in placing an order is that the phone must be listed in your last name. I'm sorry, we don't accept collect calls, I tell Miss AT&T and hang up. Not a minute later, the phone rings again. This is the AT&T operator. You have a collect call. Caller, your name? Frankie, says the depressed voice. I can't believe he's trying again, but man, does he sound desperate. I wonder how long he's been incarcerated. From Frankie at a correctional institute. Do you accept? I'm sorry, operator, I sadly say. I do feel sorry for Frankie. We don't accept collect calls. I hang up and I look around the office, wondering what to do. I've already entered the one call I've placed in the ledger and made out the solitary Visa credit card slip. For the first day on the job, I wish I could look busier. I notice it's quite a well-stocked... Sorry, is that light there? Change it up a bit. Anyways, I notice there's a well-stocked magazine rack in the office. The phone rings again, and I hope it's business. This is the AT&T operator, I hear for the third time in a row. You have a collect call. Caller, your name. If it's Frankie, then I'm going to be pissed off. I was nice to him last time, but now he's pushing his luck. I waited for that downtrodden voice. Frankie, came the reply. Operator, I said sternly, please tell Frankie we do not accept collect calls. Thank you anyways, Frankie said and hung up. Now, how did he do that? How did he manage to make me feel guilty? The end. I'm going to read you another episode coming up. Just let me look at what's going to come up. I don't know. It's going to be a rough one. This one was so mild compared to what's coming up next. But I hope you like it. If you comment, please be nice. Thank you so much. Talk to you real soon.